Welcome back to episode 4 of our World Cup 2026 daily podcast. I'm Arthur, and across the table, already locked in her tablet, is Nora. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just refreshing the latest expected goals numbers after today's madness. Thanks for hanging out with us, everyone.
It really was madness. Let's look back at yesterday because, wow, there was a lot. Scotland finally ended that 36-year World Cup drought with a gritty 1-0 win over Haiti. John McGinn got the big goal. It wasn't pretty, but you could feel the relief from the Tartan army. And then Qatar's 1-1 draw with Switzerland. Embolo put the Swiss ahead from the spot, and then, deep into stoppage time, total chaos. Kuki sparked the equaliser, and suddenly Qatar had their moment. That's the underdog energy I love in this tournament.
It's a great story, Dad. But yeah, Switzerland has some real issues to sort out. Once they went 1-0 up, they got way too rigid. Qatar barely created anything for about 80 minutes, and then Switzerland just sat too deep and invited trouble. And on Scotland, sure, it's historic, but the attack still looked a little short on ideas. The shot quality wasn't exactly overflowing. Australia, though, that's a different story. That 2-0 win over Turkey was really impressive. Metcalfe from distance, Irankunda on the break, and the chance creation numbers already look pretty lively.
Yeah, I remember when a counterattack was basically a long ball and a prayer, but Australia looked so measured. And speaking of teams with a clear plan, let's talk Morocco. 1-1 with Brazil, but honestly, Morocco made a real case for being the team to beat in Group C.
Absolutely. Morocco's press was outstanding. They really disrupted Brazil's rhythm in midfield. That Saibari Diaz goal looked gorgeous. But it wasn't random at all. It was built, and the defensive numbers back it up too. The interceptions, the tackles, all of it. They don't just drop off and survive, they go and win the ball. Brazil wasted some big moments, sure, but Morocco looked like the more connected team.
They did. Brazil looked oddly flat. Vinícius Júnior had to bail them out with that finish, and when he gets even a sliver of space, he's devastating. But beyond him, the attack never really found that old Brazilian spark, that freedom and flair we're used to from the Seleção. It takes me back, honestly. I remember when the Brazilian attack just oozed magic and gave defenders nightmares. I'm talking about Ronaldinho Gaúcho. I'll never forget the 2002 World Cup. He arrived in Japan and South Korea as a 22-year-old grinning wizard and completely mesmerized audiences around the world. That audacious, long-range free kick that sailed over David Seaman against England in the quarterfinals. Unbelievable. The flair, the elasticos, the sheer joy he brought to the pitch. He didn't need any fancy tech to show he was a step ahead of everybody. It was pure art.
I get the romance, Dad. I really do. He wasn't just flashy, he was incredibly efficient. But speaking of style, we do need to talk about what's happening off the pitch.
Oh no. What has the internet decided today?
Okay, so the social buzz is all about the kits. The internet has basically decided Switzerland's shirts are not winning many style points, and Scotland's might be getting even tougher reviews. But the best viral moment is out of Philly. Somebody put an Ecuador jersey on the Rocky statue, and honestly, Rocky kind of pulls it off. It's everywhere right now.
Ha, I love that. Back in my day, a kit was a solid color, heavy cotton, maybe a collar if you were lucky. None of these neon patterns, but that Rocky story is great. That's the fun of a North American World Cup, local culture mixing with global football. Now, looking ahead, we've got some really fun matchups. Germany opens against Curaçao, which is a huge moment for the island on its World Cup debut. Julian Nagelsmann says Manuel Neuer is fit to start. Then, it's the Netherlands against Japan, Ivory Coast versus Ecuador, and Sweden taking on Tunisia.
Japan versus the Netherlands feels like a tactical chess match already. Japan's coach made the big call to leave Captain Endo out, while Memphis Depay and Bart Verbruggen are set for the Dutch. But Dad, with all these games on, we still need to decide what we're actually watching tonight.
Well, we've got 4 live matches to choose from, but I have to admit I'm really intrigued by Netherlands against Japan. It's one of those games that could surprise people. The Dutch have their structure and physicality, while Japan bring relentless energy, quick combinations, and the kind of tactical discipline that can frustrate anyone. So what do you say we settle in and watch it together? I have a feeling there'll be plenty to unpack.
You know me too well. I'll have the expected goals, passing networks, and heat maps ready to go. And if Japan start finding those clever pockets of space between the lines, we're definitely hitting pause to break down exactly how they're doing it.
Sounds like a plan.
Perfect. That's episode 4 wrapped. Thanks for joining us on this World Cup 2026 ride. Enjoy the beautiful game, and we'll be back tomorrow. Stay curious, stay analytical, and we'll see you tomorrow for episode 5. Bye, everyone.